Mike, I know I've told you my stories about Julius Peppers, right, before, where like the first time I ran on the field at Texas, North Carolina, I just couldn't get over it. He was at midfield, and I literally ran up to him and was like, holy crap. I didn't realize you were this, effing big. And I said all those swear words and everything that I do, okay? I had a same interaction with Calais Campbell. I was with the Tennessee Titans. It was early in his career, maybe his second year. They're the Arizona Cardinals. We're training against them in training camp, and I ran out into practice because we're going to practice against them that day, and he was right there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Calais Campbell? Now I understand. I just couldn't get over the size of you, man. So what's up? Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, they always want me to get off the bus first. The sporting event. Trying to intimidate the other team, I guess, man.
I bet.
At what age did you become so much bigger than everyone else?
So I started high school at 6 feet, and going into my sophomore year, I was 6'8". But I've always been like,
Wow.
the tallest kid in my class, but sophomore year is when I really took off.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. You want to keep it going?
Yeah, and by the way, let's point out, if you can't tell from watching the show, Calais here on behalf of our friends at Old Spice. I got my Old Spice on today. I wear my Old Spice every day. I had my Old Spice T-shirt on yesterday, so we're always happy to have some folks here on behalf of Old Spice. You're in the Ravens facility today, and this is your first year with the team. You've been around the league. You've seen a lot of things. You've heard a lot of things. How does this team, this organization, everything about it stand out to you based on your time with it so far?
It's a special place. It really is. I feel like one of the best things, to have that mentality of play like a Raven, but the organization allows you to be yourself and the best version of yourself. And they really do a great job of arming you with the tools for you to go out there and kind of just be who you are and try to be the best version of yourself so you can help the team be, a great team. And, there's a reason why this team is always in it at the end of the year, and it really comes down to the organization up top and the coaching and leadership, and then just having the right kind of guys who buy in, time and time again.
Have you been a part of any culture like this? I mean, I know you've been with the Cardinals, the Jaguars team that went to the AFC Championship game that I kind of want to ask you about, like what happened to that team. But has anything compared to this type of culture that you've been to so far in your career?
I feel like we've had moments, and we're trying to build that other places. But it's hard. I mean, this culture to consistently be this way really takes the right kind of people in the building, and it's a process. But the Ravens have done a really good job, and I think it really starts with Coach Harbaugh. I mean, I'm sure even above him, with the ownership and Steve Bisciotti. But Harbaugh does a really good job of just allowing players to be themselves, communication, and really allowing us to thrive. And I've had really good coaches at other places, and we've had moments where everybody bought in and really tried to establish a culture that was special. And but it really is hard. But you have to really take your hat off to the people that came before us with the Ravens. I mean, Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and those guys that came before us really established a culture that is followed to this day that allows us to go out there and play like a Raven, which allows us to be successful.
Calais, you got a taste of the Super Bowl as a rookie with the Cardinals in 2008, almost got back a few years ago with the Jaguars. How much of that drives you now? There's so many things you can't control. It's a team sport. But how much of that desire to get to a Super Bowl and win it is pushing you at this stage of your career?
Oh, it's my only goal, my only real goal. I feel like, everybody walks around, and you have your championship moments. You have those times in your mind where you just like, I know, and deep inside that I'm a champion at heart, and I just don't have the hardware. I don't have those moments and outside of my body yet. And so, being able to come to the Ravens and be a part of this organization and the players here we have right now, you feel like this is my best opportunity I'm going to have, and we really have to embrace it, get lost in the moment, and capitalize on it. And that's hard to do, obviously. Everybody who's played football knows to win a championship is a very, very hard thing to do. But this team has all the pieces in place, and we put ourselves in position. And, I'm excited for the journey.
Well, I mean, that's where I want to go, like, this journey this year. Like, how did this come about? Did you think you might be on the trading block in Jacksonville? Were there conversations there? Did you get to steer yourself towards the Baltimore Ravens? I'm just interested to see kind of how the relationship started.
Yeah, no, honestly, there was no real inkling that I was going to get traded at all, And then Dave Kywell called me and was like, hey, a couple guys made some offers that we couldn't refuse, and there was a lot of teams interested, but I felt like Baltimore was the best win-win for all of us. And so we're trading to the Baltimore Ravens as long as, it's contingent on the deal being done. You have until, Sunday, so it's like a Friday. And so we, had a couple calls with my agent. He was talking with Eric DeCosta. And, my agent was pretty adamant that we can get more money elsewhere because there were other teams interested if they didn't come up. And I'm like, nah, whatever we can get the best you can, but I want to be a Raven.
Right.
Hey, Calais, we want to focus on the future, and it's a bright one for you and the Ravens. But I am fascinated, as is Chris, by what happened in Jacksonville, so close to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. You lived it. You were in the middle of it. What's happened there that's caused a team that was on the cusp of greatness to fall apart so quickly?
I feel like it's a matter of a few things. I mean, first of all, it's hard to consistently win in the NFL. And, we were a really young team. And I feel like one of the biggest things that, you're always trying to get, each team is always trying to get, bigger, stronger, faster, and usually younger. And I feel like we lost a couple blue chip players that, might have been just, okay on the football field, but were monumental in the locker room. And, two guys that really come to my mind is Paul Posnetsky and Mercedes Lewis. Losing those two guys really hurt the locker room a little bit because, they were just those leaders. They weren't really vocal as much more as they were just an example of what to do on a daily basis. And it kept everybody in check and in line. And then you replace them with younger, more talented guys, and they had to go through the growing pains. And we were a team that was, we were really, really talented in 2018 and had all the expectations. It started fast, and then we stumbled upon some adversity, and our leadership really, we didn't have enough of it, in those big moments. And then just once it started snowballing, it went downhill, and then we started losing talent left and right. And I mean, this is how it goes.
Hey, we know we got to let you go, but before you go, you got to give everyone your Old Spice pitch. You don't have to convince us. We're Old Spice users. Tell everyone else why they should be too.
Well, what it really comes down to it is Old Spice has really made a commitment to trying to be more involved in the community, and they made a 10-year commitment to try to raise the graduation rate across the United States of America. And in doing so, we're promoting the Black Voice film, the documentary. I watched this incredible film, and it's really to encourage all of us, especially Black men, to just to have self-confidence and reassurance and belief and hope that you can go out and do great things, and bigger than just sports, but just in life, and it starts with just somebody believing in them. So Old Spice took the initiative to really try to show young Black African American men that they believe in them, and they're going to invest in the future.
Excellent stuff, Calais. Congratulations on Walter Payton Man of the Year. All the best this year as you chase the Super Bowl, and we'll be waiting for that first ballot Hall of Fame induction.
I'm hopeful. Appreciate it.
You're going to get there.
Great
You're
talking
the man,
to you.
Calais. Good luck, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
There he is.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.